Hi everyone, I'm Eva Wu and I'm the head of Initiatives and Industry Solution Marketing here at Success Factors.
Hi Eva, I'm Josh Burson, principal and founder of Burson by Deloitte. I'm an industry analyst in HR.
That's great. So Josh, I just wanted to let you know that about a year ago I was incubating our health and well-being initiative, and one of the first things that I actually went to was your predictions. And actually you were actually one of the very first analysts to actually write about health and well-being. And it was really inspiring because I was actually not sure if it was actually something that was real. I'd love to hear, what made you put this in your predictions and where your thoughts are with this now.
Well, I've learned a lot about it over the last few years. I would say I woke up to this 3 years ago when we were doing a big study at Deloitte on human capital trends, and one of the trends we wrote was called the overwhelmed employee. And what we identified, which we all can certainly relate to today, is that most workers, particularly white-collar workers, but really also blue-collar workers, are getting too many messages. We're getting too much interactivity at work. The tools we have make us feel productive personally, but they don't make us feel productive as a group. We're working more hours. In the United States, in the last 15 years, we've lost an entire week of vacation. Something like $600 billion of vacation is left on the books.
Wow.
And so we found this, and employee engagement, if you look at engagement data, is flat to declining despite all the tools and consultants and models and books and things that are written on the topic. So what's happened is as work has become more digitized and we're more connected, we never leave work.
That's right.
Work comes home with us. Work goes to the coffee shop with us. We stand in line, we're working. In the train, we're always working. So we've all become, and we as humans have to rest. The computers don't have to rest. So we're focused on sleep. It turned out I was really surprised to read this year that 1 in 6 Americans are now taking psychiatric drugs to help them sleep or reduce anxiety or stress. Yoga, mindfulness, all these things that sort of came out of the consumer world have entered the workforce.
Exactly.
And employers are beginning to realize that if we can't give employees a healthy work environment and tools to make them healthier physically and financially and psychologically, they're not going to perform well.
Exactly.
And the workplace won't be a positive place. So it's actually become a major focus.
Yeah, it's so great that you're continuing to follow this as well. And so one of the things that I was doing during this whole incubation period was trying to understand what can we actually do today within our existing HCM suite that can actually support health and well-being. You touched upon sleep, you touched upon unplugging from technology. And so what we did do was we actually enabled some amazing content from Arianna Huffington's organization, Thrive Global, and we actually served a series of behavioral change content to teach employees how to unplug and recharge. Little micro steps that enable them to learn how to just do little things like leaving their cell phone away out of their bedroom at night, putting it somewhere so that it can be charged.
Big thing.
Yeah, things like that for sleep.
Yeah.
But on top of that, we also started looking at onboarding. What can we do to actually help a new employee start dealing with the potential stressors of joining a new company and then a new job? And so we started making some suggestions on how to avoid different types of stressors and actually immediately offer types of mindful meditation and other types of services within our onboarding solution. So it's really interesting that you're touching upon all of these different facets. I would really love to hear more about where you think it'll be going. I mean, what can
I think it's really interesting where it's going. I think it started as a health program to reduce insurance costs in companies or improve safety if you're in a manufacturing company, an oil company or something. And then it's moved to a world of fitness and health and ultimately to an issue of human performance. And I'll give you an example of what's happened at Deloitte. The first couple of years at Deloitte, the well-being program was designed to reduce burnout so people wouldn't leave. And over the years of adding all sorts of work-related tips, increased flexibility, coaching managers on how to be better leaders and not stress people out, changing the performance management process, giving people new tools to work, giving people stand-up desks, all these, changing the work environment. Now we've reached the conclusion that this is really about creating an environment where people can show up to work, ready to work,
right,
and all the things that prevent you from doing that. And what I've discovered in my sort of journey through this is that it's actually pretty complicated.
Yes.
There's management issues, there's job issues, there's the issues of diversity and inclusion are stressors at work. Whether you're getting enough development and training, whether you have time for what's called slack time, time to rest.
Yes.
Whether the leadership gives you a sense of belonging. All of those things are related to your sense of well-being. And so what's nice about it is now that it's entered the domain as sort of it's coming out of the comp and ben part of HR, which is where it mostly is right now, into more of the performance and talent part of HR. And it'll be viewed as more of a performance enhancement program rather than a cost reduction program. I think we're going to do all sorts of new things in the workforce to make it better to work.
Absolutely. I think also besides that, moving away from the comp and ben and moving into this other area, what I'm also seeing is it's also defining the culture of an organization. So no longer are we just improving engagement in an organization, but we're actually helping companies define themselves by the different offerings through health and well-being.
Right. No, it is it has to start at the CEO. I mean, if the CEO is sending emails all weekend and expecting people to work at night and demanding people to work on off hours, I mean, that's kind of going to work against the initiative. And the thing that I've discovered, I've been working for 40 years. I mean, working extra hours doesn't always result in more work getting done.
Exactly.
And I found quite a bit of research on this that shows that somewhere around 50 to 51 hours is about it. Most people don't get that much more done after that. And once you understand that, you can shut off the email on weekends. You can stop the Friday afternoon, Friday evening meetings. I mean, some of these things that we do just because we think they're going to make us more productive actually don't.
Wow.
But you have to get comfortable with that. And I think a lot of this is about culture.
That's great. Well, gosh, thank you so much. I really look forward to hearing more about what you think is going to be out there in the world of health and well-being.
Great.
And really appreciate your time.
Thank
you.
you.